We live in a strange paradox, surrounded by billions of people, interconnected by technology that spans the globe, yet many of us feel profoundly alone. The silence of an empty room, the echoing void in the heart, the yearning for genuine connection, these are the hallmarks of loneliness, a universal human experience that transcends age, culture, and social status. Loneliness is not merely the absence of company, it's a gnawing sense of isolation, a feeling of being fundamentally misunderstood, an existential angst that whispers of our impermanence in a vast and indifferent universe. But what if we could reframe this experience, transforming it from a source of suffering into a catalyst for growth? Today, we embark on a journey through the minds of 7 great thinkers, each offering a unique perspective on loneliness, its origins, and its potential for transformation. We will delve into the existentialist embrace of freedom, the Stoic cultivation of inner strength, the Buddhist path of mindfulness and compassion, and much more. Loneliness is a universal experience, but how we deal with it can vary greatly. Today, we'll explore 7 philosophical approaches to understanding and managing loneliness. The existentialists, those champions of individual responsibility and radical freedom, viewed loneliness not as a problem to be solved, but as an inherent condition of human existence. To be truly awake, they argued, is to confront the abyss of our own being, to recognize that we are cast into this world without inherent meaning or purpose. This realization, though initially terrifying, can be profoundly liberating. If we are truly responsible for creating meaning in our lives, then loneliness becomes not a prison, but a proving ground. It is in the solitude of our own minds that we grapple with the fundamental questions of existence and forge our own unique paths. The Stoics, those masters of emotional regulation and resilience, offered a different perspective on loneliness. They argued that true peace comes not from external validation or fleeting pleasures, but from within. Loneliness, in their view, provided an opportunity to cultivate inner strength, wisdom, and self-mastery. By focusing on what we can control, our thoughts, our emotions, our responses to adversity, we can find solace even in the midst of isolation. The Stoics remind us that we are never truly alone when we have the company of our own minds, capable of reason, reflection, and the pursuit of virtue. Buddhism offers a radical reframing of loneliness by challenging the very notion of a separate self. Loneliness, in the Buddhist view, arises from our attachment to a false sense of self, a separate ego that yearns for connection and validation from the outside world. Through mindfulness and meditation, we can begin to dismantle this illusion of separation, recognizing the interconnectedness of all things. By cultivating compassion not only for others but also for ourselves, we can begin to heal the sense of isolation that lies at the root of loneliness. Aristotle, the great philosopher of virtue and community, recognized the profound importance of social connection for human flourishing. He argued that humans are by nature social animals, hardwired to seek out companionship and belonging. True friendship, for Aristotle, was not merely a matter of pleasure or utility, but a deep bond based on mutual respect, shared values, and a genuine concern for the other's well-being. Loneliness, in this context, could be seen as a signal to re-evaluate our relationships and seek out those that nourish our souls. Nietzsche, the philosopher of self-overcoming and the will to power, embraced solitude as a necessary condition for intellectual and creative growth. He famously declared, "I go into solitude so as not to drink out of everybody's cistern." For Nietzsche, loneliness was not something to be feared, but a crucible in which the individual could forge a stronger, more authentic self. It was in the depths of solitude that one could confront one's deepest fears, confront the meaninglessness of existence, and emerge stronger, more self-reliant, and more creative. Simone de Beauvoir, the renowned existentialist philosopher and feminist, offered a nuanced perspective on loneliness and relationships. She cautioned against seeking relationships solely as an escape from loneliness, arguing that such unions often lead to dependence and inauthenticity. True connection, for de Beauvoir, required both parties to embrace their own freedom and individuality. It was only through mutual respect, autonomy, and a shared commitment to growth that individuals could overcome the alienation inherent in the human condition. Hannah Arendt, a political theorist who grappled with the horrors of totalitarianism, understood the profound dangers of isolation and the importance of cultivating a rich inner life. She believed that true solitude, as opposed to mere loneliness, was a state of active engagement with the world, albeit through the medium of thought. Arendt advocated for a life of the mind enriched by reading, writing, and philosophical reflection. This, she argued, was the key to transforming the potentially debilitating experience of loneliness into a source of intellectual and spiritual sustenance. Loneliness, as we have seen, is a complex and multifaceted experience. It can be a source of profound suffering, but it can also be a catalyst for growth, self-discovery, and the creation of a more meaningful life. By exploring the insights of these 7 philosophical giants, we can begin to challenge our own assumptions about loneliness, reframe our relationship with solitude, and find new ways to connect with ourselves and the world around us. Remember, the journey from isolation to illumination is not a solitary one. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of loneliness. If you found this video valuable, please like, subscribe, and share it with others who might benefit from these insights. And remember, as you navigate the complexities of life, you don't have to face them alone. Remember, loneliness is not a life sentence. By exploring these philosophical perspectives, you can find ways to turn loneliness into a powerful tool for personal growth and fulfillment. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content.